I want this to work, so I'm going to eat nothing.
Thank you for that fact.
All right, y'all. It's a Monday. We here yet again. I'm hungover as fuck. And let me just tell y'all, I'm sorry we do have white people in the room, but this some white people shit that she just pulled. Weezy's like, oh my God, I'll bring you a beer because, it'll help you get over your hangover. This bitch brought seltzer water.
It's alcoholic seltzer water. It's in a can. We have to go on vacation in 6 days, so... It's going to be fine. When you were fucked up and your mom gives you ginger ale.
What does that mean? We're going on vacation.
It has bubbles.
That's not... Beer doesn't have bubbles, bitch.
It has acidity or something.
No, it don't. See, this is what I'm fucking over.
Carbonated.
It's carbonated. Kristen, it's in a can, dog.
This how y'all know she don't do liquor. She do the other shit.
It was next to... it was next to the beer. And it was
next to the
classy.
beer. I'm mad. I'm drinking ginger ale, thanks.
Anyway, if you've never heard our show, this one might be a nasty one, so great way to start.
I wasn't even supposed to be here. She told me what we were about to talk about. I said, oh, nah, bro, you could do that shit by your goddamn self. This will be a solo episode. Don't count me the fuck in. Anyways, I guess let's introduce ourselves. For those of you who have not listened to the show before, I am Mandii. And that's it. I ain't going to give y'all my AKAs and none of that today.
I'm Weezy, and in the studio today we have a friend of mine who is now rich, so bitch, I can't wait for us to hang. But
bitch, you is too.
Not like that. I didn't have 7 movie deals hitting me up after my book was out for a week.
Damn.
Vanity Fair didn't cover me, or the New York Times. But here you are.
Say that shit.
By the way, I would like to say I've known Kristen just for a few years now and never known her to have a girlfriend. And doesn't it suck that now you have all this money and now you got a girlfriend?
Are you going to say this when she's in the room with
in
me?
front of the girl? I don't know. She's so petty. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Ain't never gonna be shit.
To be fair, I got a lot of pussy when I was poor. So
say that shit. That's what J. Cole said. He was pulling bitches before.
Well, shit. Oh, can you introduce yourself, Kristen, and tell us about your book briefly?
I'm Kristen Arnett, and now I can say I'm a New York Times best-selling author.
Say that shit.
Yes.
So, curious to know, everybody talks about you and 7-Eleven. What's the 7-Eleven thing with Twitter and you? Why did 7-Eleven love you?
Oh, I'm just in my fucking 7-Eleven all the time. So,
but, how are you famous for it?
Oh, I did this tweet one time where I went in and there was a lizard in the 7-Eleven. That happens in Florida. And the cashier made a joke oh, it's just Marvin. He likes the coffee. And people, lost their fucking shit online. They, loved it. They were, drawing fan art about this fucking lizard.
Didn't you do, a book thing in 7-Eleven?
Yeah, I did my book launch, my first book launch in my 7-Eleven.
That is white people shit.
That is. This is very WPS.
Fuck. But I was talking about her to somebody, actually a black girl I know. She was like, the 7-Eleven bitch?
Not only that, I do want to say too, I guess this is the balance that everyone talks about, because I feel like every white guest has been thanks to you, kind of. You help the white people come on our show.
I only bring dope white people on.
Saying, you be bringing the whites.
I wouldn't bring the whites that aren't down, though.
No, she seems cool. I'm excited. This is going to be dope. And nasty, because you're fucking disgusting.
So, we're not going to get into how nasty until it happens, but I wanted to bring Kristen on here because she's here for Pride Month, and it's Pride Weekend here in New York.
Yes,
we were sitting at dinner, and I was telling her how scissors came on my stomach, and people were like, how is that sex? So it made me realize a lot of people don't know how lesbian sex works, especially non-penetrative sex. We all know how gay men fuck, right? But sometimes people are confused about women. So I want to dig into that. I want to talk about how to eat pussy. I almost brought a mango so you could show us, but fuck it. God. But your girlfriend's here, so. Look. So let's start it off. What's the gayest thing you've done this month?
Oh, shit. So this is where I was like, damn, you asked a good question. So I was just with my homegirls, and I've been getting drunk a lot lately. So much so that I don't really remember the next day what happened. So apparently I ate my friend out. I ate her pussy, and I didn't even remember eating her pussy out. So yeah, basically I ate pussy and forgot. Which makes me feel like her pussy probably tasted really good because I didn't even have an aftertaste of anything or anything. And I was like,
why would you have...
I don't know. When I suck dick, bitch, I know I suck dick because I'm like, tastes like dick. So... But no, it was cool. We had a good time. And yeah, so what about you? I know you've been gay as fuck all year, so.
Yeah. So I came to Orlando to see Scissors.
You came when you came?
Well, for Treyway vacay, and Scissors and I were chilling right the night before he got there or whatever. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm like, is this drink having?
No, bitch, it's seltzer water.
Okay, so anyway.
God damn it, this got to be 2%. What is the alcohol?
You know I'm lightweight.
It's a 5. It's like a regular beer.
Thank you.
Just one though.
So we were like really fucked up and super horny. We went out, right? And that night, the coming on my stomach thing, like, so I was scissoring and I got off, and then she gets on top of me and fucks my entire body. Like, her pussy was like everywhere, like on my titties, all the way back down, and she like came hard as fuck on my stomach. And then when she got off of me, it was like super wet and nasty. I loved it, but I was telling the story to Kristen about how like the next day when I mentioned it, this dude was like, I don't understand why you guys are fucking the stomach.
I'm not gonna lie, like, she fucked your elbow and shit. You said your whole body.
She just like up and like, all over me. It was on my mouth, it was on my chin, it was just. And then literally after she came, she didn't even like cuddle. Like she got off of me, dog. It was like we didn't even know each other.
Damn.
And that shit kind of turned me on even more.
Oh my god.
I wanted to be like, yo, what's your name again? Okay, what's the gayest shit you've done?
How you gonna ask? And her whole ass girlfriend is right in the room.
Oh, she knows how I am.
Oh, look.
Oh.
Ooh, how are
Wait,
you?
are you guys in an open relationship?
We are not.
Oh.
Look, just in case you got it motherfucking
It
confused.
doesn't have to be sex. Like,
No.
I mean, you look gay. You fucking dress gay. You got a tongue ring, bitch. What's the gayest non-sexual thing you did this month?
Oh,
The gayest non-sexual thing I did? I cut the sleeves off of some t-shirts.
That's gay as fuck.
I got a t-shirt and I was like, you know what? I just need to... Like, I cut the sleeves right off and I'm like, you are such a fucking dyke.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Like, you're really dykish, but when you wear lipstick, I'm like, okay. I get
I
confused.
can't with you.
Are you a STEM, like a study femme?
Is that a word?
I don't know.
STEM?
You're just like...
She be making shit up. Is STEM a word?
Like, do you identify as anything?
No,
Do you think
right.
you're butch?
I don't know. I don't think I would. I definitely don't think I'm like femme, but I also don't think I'm like super butch. I don't know. I don't know.
Say that shit.
You eat puss.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, when it comes to eating puss, I really want us to dig into...
Pun intended.
Thanks. So I want us to dig into like the different types of pussy eating, but one in particular is our kink of the week. Have you ever heard our show?
Jesus.
Yes.
We're just gonna
can
really.
go- it's already
We're gonna go right into this kink.
We are. So it's called a rainbow kiss. Do you know what that is? Of course you do, you fucking lesbian
Nasty
whore.
shit.
Rainbow kiss is a kiss between a female on her menstruation period. That's worded awful. And the other person, usually male, which is probably bullshit, after he performs oral sex and he gets blood in his mouth. And then, yeah.
This is why I said I didn't want to be here, because she be doing some nasty ass shit, and eating bitches on their period is one, and I'm just like, ew.
But we need to talk about it because a lot of people do it. You think it's gross. Okay, I'll be real with you.
It's not that I think it's gross. It actually is a gross act.
Okay, wait.
It's fucking disgusting.
So I don't eat like the pussy with blood. I just lick the clit if it's stopped up.
Oh, no, I definitely do that.
Wait, you eat it with the blood?
Yeah.
Okay, now you told me when we were eating that you prefer that. Why?
Wait.
Let's get it out, bro.
Well, like when I'm on I like somebody to eat me out when I'm on my period, but like I'm more sensitive. It usually like I'll come a lot harder.
You come harder in your period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitch, don't be rude. This is kink shaming.
No, inside joke.
Nah. First off, wait one motherfucking minute. So, like, would you be with a woman if she said, hey, that's a little much for me, I'm not going to eat you out?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But you prefer it, and you going to probably try to get her to eat you out while you bleeding.
Yeah.
Like, on day 2, like, what day of the period is...
Whenever I feel, I guess whenever I feel
day
like
2,
it.
bitch, that shit heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
On, like...
Day 2 is the heaviest for me.
Like, day 2 is pretty heavy.
Yeah.
This is like...
That's usually when I'm like super horny though.
Oh, so that's when you want it done?
Yeah.
Why aren't you so, like, is it just because you're wetter down there, you're feeling it?
I usually like when I'm on my period, I just am like...
It's not wet, it's blood.
But it is.
So it doesn't count as being wet.
It's
when
still liquid, it can be wet.
It's still
Moisty.
moist. Oh.
Now, I'm curious to know, your book is called Mostly Dead Things.
Uh-huh.
Is there a
Her
period
pussy
scene in
dead
there?
at that point.
I talk about periods like a lot in the book just because I feel like a lot of like lit like fiction doesn't have periods in it, and like half the population is having a fucking period. I'm like, why don't we mention this? We always read books all the time where it's like talking about some guy waking up with like morning wood. So it's like, why don't you like ever talk about period in a book? Like, they happen all the time, and it affects like what you're doing. It affects like your day. It affects how you're feeling. It affects a lot of that shit. So I don't get why it's not in books.
What's your favorite type of period sex? Would you prefer to scissor? Would you prefer fingers or?
Oh no, I want somebody to eat me out.
Damn, bitch. Okay.
So you be eating her out when she be bleeding? Like, you do, look, she like, hey. No, seriously. Ma'am. You just one day was like, I'll try it.
We haven't been together when she's been on her period yet.
Oh. She locked down.
But you've done it before?
I have done it before, yeah.
Now, as far as like...
Ask away, because I know this your topic.
You told me about a time that you ruined a hotel room.
What is this massacre that we're talking about?
But this I need to know.
This is murder.
It was here in town, actually.
Here in town?
Yeah, here in town.
All right.
Yeah, I left a really big tip, like a cleaning tip. That was like bad.
So
we had to get like I like asked for new sheets. I think I called because we were like at dinner, and I was like, I had to call and ask them to send new sheets up. And I was like, are they gonna think like somebody got murdered here?
Damn, it was that much.
It wasn't like that much, but it was like a
she be lying, talking about,
significant
didn't lay
amount.
down a towel. I know towels don't help with
a towel helps
a
for like
massacre, bro.
penetrative sex for me.
Yeah. Well, also if you're
Because it's just staying right there.
No, it be splashing. No,
When I fucking do it, mine doesn't splash.
that's just going all over the place if like with women having sex. I think just
Right,
you're like
because you
rolling
got-
around, your hands are
my
everywhere.
pussy juices be splashing. You're not gonna tell me your blood don't be splashing, bro.
If I have a dick in me, no, it's less messy. But for lesbian sex, I can imagine that because you have hands, you're moving more.
Yeah.
I move more with women than I do with men. Plus, they come quick. Be one at a time. Do you have any like tips for period sex, like how to get over it, like anything, like?
Oh.
What's your menstruating takeaway?
Well, I like if it's something that you don't like to do, then just don't do it.
I sure won't.
Yeah. I think that's
Actually.
I think that's my thing. Like, if you're curious about it, then cool. Like, figure out if a person wants to. But like, 'cause some people, like, I've been with like a lot of women that like to do that.
It's so weird though, because not only have I wouldn't say offended, but I've completely not wanted to fuck with a guy ever again if I'm on my period and he'd be like, so? Like, to me, that's nasty. Like, we're not even there yet. Like, especially because I haven't been in a relationship. Well, casual sex, like, you should, like, I don't want someone that's okay with fucking me while I'm on my period.
Try to at least take your head like this and switch it a little bit. Like you said, you would be insulted, right? A man that understands that women go through their period and can, like, to me, a man being understanding and comfortable with my situation, which I have every fucking month.
Right.
I think is a nice thing to do.
See,
because if a guy was grossed out by me, that would make me more insulted.
I don't look at it like that. I'd be like, damn, nigga, you thirsty? You can't wait 3 days?
Oh.
That's
okay,
how I look at it.
Have
like,
a 3-day period.
I have a 3-day period.
I have a 6-day period. What do you have?
So they can't wait 6?
Period.
You have a week.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why we do it.
We'll fuck next week. It's still a week, bro.
Oh my God, no.
Like,
nah, bro. That's a long time.
So to me, I look at it more as like, oh, this nigga thirsty.
I wonder if the time frame is what your problem is.
I'd be like, nigga, just wait.
Actually, to speak on a week, it probably is 7 days of blood, but like 5 days of real shit.
Bitch, nah, I got my first day, then my second day is the heaviest. Oh, don't even talk to me. By the third day, I'd be like, okay, did I start this at night or morning? Because by the third day at night, I might be able to fuck if I start.
Oh my
You're
God.
fucking lucky.
No, I swear to God, my period is like,
nah, bro, I
boom,
need
boom,
to
bang.
see. That's why you talking like this.
yeah.
That's why you're able to get spicy about it. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, I'm spicy.
You're like, I'm insulted. Average period time.
Like 5
You're doing
days.
you're doing some library shit over here.
You know, it's
Yeah.
5 days, right? 4 days, right? It's average.
say
So y'all hoes being a week, y'all abnormal.
I see 4 to 6.
That's I mean, I like.
You are abnormal, bitch.
Bitch, you shut you shut the goddamn up.
You shut the goddamn
I
up.
know. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get into our. Wait, are you done asking about blood? Because I've been done. I've been waiting to go to the next.
Yeah. I'm ready to get into some talky mommy shit.
So we are actually going to talk about now for our vanilla shit, which if you guys, again, are first time listeners, our vanilla shit segment is where we talk about sex in the news. Weezy found this interesting one, and it's actually on Vice.com, where med students are doing vaginal exams on unconscious, non-consenting patients. The practice is still legal in 42 states, despite decades-long of ethical concerns. Did you read into this and see like what's really going on?
No, so here's the gist of it. To practice doing exams, I guess, I forgot what state it's in if you can find it. Basically, they're allowed to do vaginal exams on women that are in comas, that are completely unconscious, that are in a vegetative state. And I guess that state in particular finds nothing wrong with it because they're just learning and not being hurtful, and it's a medical thing.
Well, there's even this one. It says, in 2007, Ashley Whites was admitted to the hospital in Utah for extreme nausea, and her doctor, I hate these words, anesthetized.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch, I got it.
Yeah.
So put her under anesthesia. Bitch, I was ready.
You are the librarian, bitch.
That's right.
I'm just saying. So she put her under anesthesia when other treatments weren't working. And White, who is a rape survivor, woke up to find that the doctor was examining her genitals.
That's fucking horrible.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, especially when you're not aware of someone's trauma and you are putting them under, like, to just kind of...
Do you remember Kill Bill when she woke up to the guy fucking her? Did you ever watch Kill Bill?
Yeah, with the blonde.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So there's a scene where there's a bunch of people in comas and this guy pays someone that works there to fuck one of the patients, and she could feel it. Like, even
That's
though she
so
couldn't
sad.
move or talk. It's so sad.
We actually had a vanilla shit not too long ago where there was a nursing home or something like that.
I
where
know.
Or was it like autistic? So there was a staff worker that was having sex with these people who were in vegetative states, and one actually got pregnant.
That's
and so the
horrible.
family was trying to figure out, like, how the fuck does this happen? Like,
That's so
this
disgusting.
person can't even consent or non-consent, but yeah, she ended up being pregnant under the care of a home. So it's just sad. I mean, I don't know, but when I'm trying to think the times that I go to the
But
hospital,
the fact that the students are doing it is wild to me.
well, no, that's wild. But I've been under, of course, with like my surgery and everything like that. I don't remember ever signing a is there even a paper
Is
that
there,
you
like, a
sign to
waiver?
say,
A
hey, you
waiver
can
to
touch my
sign for
genitals
that?
while I'm
Yeah.
under? Like, I don't even think there's anything to sign for that.
There might be something that says that. I was just going to say there might be something that says Marcus is in the healthcare field, but there might be something that says like, oh, your body can be used for.
The touch. They're able to touch.
That's crazy, bro.
I was going to say used for like training or something. I don't know. So when I got my breast done, it was 7 years ago. My doctor asked my consent that morning. He was like, "Hey, I have a apprentice under me that is learning. Are you comfortable with him being in the room or watching?" And I said no, because just God forbid you in the middle of my titty. I'm like, "Oh, you see this right here?" And something slips. And I said, absolutely not. And I was like, sorry, I don't mean to be that person.
You should be able to say
Bitch,
no
I be
to
that person
yeah.
at the nail salon. Oh, you're new? Nah, practice on somebody else.
No,
bitch.
not practice.
Like,
the
watch,
plastics
just
he
be in the
asked if
room.
someone could watch. But to me, I didn't want him to be pointing things out and talking and not doing
wanna be
his job.
focused.
That makes sense.
Focus
That
on
makes
what
sense.
you're
So I
doing.
felt like your focus would be off of my
Oh,
titty.
so
Yeah.
the student wasn't even going to touch you. Just being in the room, you didn't even want him
Yeah,
in the
and it
room.
wasn't
Okay.
even a student. It was an actual doctor who was like kind of just getting in there, and he asked, and he.
But
they-
somebody taking the attention away just so it's not focused.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
If
That
it
makes
was like
sense.
my teeth or something, I don't know. I'd be like, all right. I've been waxed before, and I've been going on my spot a minute. She's like, yeah, okay if I bring somebody.
Here you go with these goddamn
Stop.
accents, bitch. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And I was like, yeah, it's cool. You know, whatever. It's just pussy. It'll grow back.
It's just your tits.
No.
No, you're like,
Those won't grow back. I'll have to go back to that.
she's like, no. Actually, I just caught that.
I did. Hear it at first. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about. I want to talk about, for the horrible decision, obviously it's going to be eat pussy like a lesbian. But I do want to get into a little bit of your role during sex. So we've had conversations about you being a dominating person. Actually, Mandii said to me, I don't get, what do you mean she's a dom? How are you a dom and a lesbian? How are you as a girl a dom?
Yeah.
I mean, my problem is just knowing who the fuck gonna pay when we go out.
Oh, that's
Like,
me. Yeah.
So, see,
We call it like
and I'm a dom, but I'd be like,
I call it being like a top.
I gotta pay it?
Yeah, it'd be like a top.
Now, why top versus dom? What is the difference?
I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, I feel like I am.
A top, you feel like you're what? Just a top.
Yeah.
Now maybe,
but you like your pussy ate.
Yeah, but I want to tell somebody what to do.
Oh, she sound like me, bitch. She sound like me. Yeah.
Now, so walk us through like where you think what makes you a top. Like what characteristics? Let's say as far as whether it be hitting on women, paying for shit. Walk us through.
Some of that, I guess, I would be like confidence, maybe. Like that's some of it. Also, just a lot of women want to be. And this is my personal experience. I'm talking about my personal experience. I love that my girlfriend is in the room while I'm talking about this.
She'll survive.
I mean, that's how I slid into her DMs, and then she went
Say
for
that
it.
shit.
What'd you say in her DMs?
Oh, I was drunk. It was Valentine's Day. I was like, I am drunk, and it's Valentine's Day, and I was like, you're cute. Just wanted to tell you that. And that was like sweet. That's a sweet
I told
DM
you the guy I'm
from
talking
me.
to, I slid in his DMs. I put the little gif with the girl shooting a shot, but it says, hey. So,
That's kind of cute.
Yeah,
so
it was cute.
and he laughed. He thought it was so cute. And
See, that
then
is
here
cute.
we are.
Yeah.
Now,
See?
are you like? Do you tell girls like that you want to fuck them that night? Like, is that how pussy works for you? Like, how? Does...
I just feel like I don't even have to say. Like, I feel like if you have like I don't usually have to say what I want.
Say that shit.
Oh. So, as far as topping, how does that start for you? Because you like someone to go down on you, but I've also heard you say like you've had a girl completely naked and you went down on them. Mm-hmm. So like, are you like walk us through that? Like when you're topping, right?
Well, it's just I guess it's like queer sex works like for women in this kind of way where it's less because I'm saying this is like this is what I suppose about hetero sex, right? This idea of like the penetrative act being like the
Main thing.
yeah, but the main event, and there's not like a main event like that going on for the most part, unless you're using like toys
strap
or doing
or something.
Actually, that's
Right.
a good point. There is no main event, I
Yeah,
guess.
so
It's just a whole bunch of like touching and licking.
yeah, or I mean,
So it's
fucking like with your hands.
oh, okay.
Fucking with your hands.
Yeah.
So let's walk through all the types of lesbian sex you can have.
I was
Oh my
looking
god,
at
that's
hold
a
on.
lot of
And
different kinds of sex.
I was just
Yeah.
looking at their nails. Y'all are lesbian.
Oh, I don't
Because
have nails either.
as soon as you
I
said
cut my
this,
nail-
I'm just looking like, well,
I cut my nails yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with top three. So fucking. When you say fucking, it's your hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that.
So
yeah.
fucking is the penetrative act.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can also just like stick your tongue really up in somebody, like tongue fuck somebody. Yeah.
Tongue fuck.
Yeah.
My tongue is
Or
so
Are you
short.
like, bleh, like
I hope I'm not making that noise when I do it.
I'm like, and she's the lesbian over here. I'm like, what? You're sounding pretty clueless
I just
right
want
now.
some dick. That's really what it is right now. Okay, so fucking with your hand, but I want to talk about scissoring.
Well,
and then,
also when you eat somebody out, you can fuck them with your hand at the same time too.
Right.
So there's that.
but when you're like, let's talk about that, like, because when I'm scissoring, sometimes it goes everywhere. Sometimes it's like I'm on her thigh.
yeah,
Like, what is that called?
like just
Trimming?
kind of like or like kind of grinding on somebody. Like I mean that's good too. I mean that's just like there's just a
Grind
lot of
on me.
any way you can kind of rub your shit
Relax
is usually
your
pretty
mind.
good.
Take your sorry.
Why did you
She
just
said
touch my-
grind on me, and then Pretty Ricky just
sounded
popped in my
very
goddamn
romantic,
head.
too.
You know,
I
I
liked
This
it.
was, I don't know what she's going through.
Yeah.
Let's take the seltzer away. Mandy just ran her fingers through my braids. Okay. So, in particular, when it comes to your favorite type of sex, what is it?
Oh, I like to fuck somebody else. I guess is
You like to fuck somebody else.
yeah.
Same.
Now, when you're fucking someone else, how are you getting off? Do you ever get off later? Do you touch yourself?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll just tell them what I want them to do usually.
Oh.
Dom
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Now, the top me mommy thing.
What does Top Me Mommy?
Is that something that's something in her book?
no, it's not in my book.
Oh, that's what I heard.
No.
I didn't finish it. Sorry.
No, I wrote it on Christopher's copy.
So, do you ask girls to call you mommy or daddy?
I do not. Girls have definitely called me daddy before, though.
But the
I like that. That's hot.
Yeah.
the
This
girl
guy
I was
just
talking
this guy just told me he wanted me to be his daddy. Clearly,
that shit's sexy as fuck.
I love it.
But taught me mommy. When did that come out?
That's a phrase that my girlfriend Has coined.
Oh, okay. But like, when is she asking you to top her?
No, she wouldn't ask me to do that. I just would do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then she yells, "Top me, mommy!" Like while you're topping her. I don't know. I'm just trying to understand this.
What are the
because-
gay phrases that go on?
What are
during
the
sex?
gay phrases?
Like, for example, like I'm always talking about how good dick feels, like how I can't wait to taste the cum in my mouth. What are things that you say during your lesbian ass sex?
Well, I mean, if sex is good, then I'll you can talk about like your pussy tastes good or like,
say that shit.
Yeah.
Give us more tips, bitch.
I just told this nigga he was exceptional at the end in my future voice. I was like, that was exceptional.
Exceptional. Wow.
I did. And we be saying some dumb shit.
We do right things.
That's
We's
future
and
says.
Oh
This was
my
exceptional dick.
I did say it was
And
exceptional.
a big word for you, bitch.
Bitch, I know. That's how I know it was good. I was thinking of big words.
Just fuck the word right out of
You
you.
know, he really did. He really did. I'm sorry. It's weird though because like y'all are talking like about mad gay shit, but like the problem is like my friends. So this is the problem too. Like when I have sex with a woman, I do just like pure sex with a woman and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like one girl got all the way. So here, and I want to talk about this shit. So this one girl got in my bed this one time, right? Booty ass, butt ass naked. She like girls. I like girls. So we in bed.
Yeah.
And then she starts getting into like, and I guess maybe guys have to deal with this. She wouldn't let me fuck because she felt like all I wanted to do was just fuck her. Then she tried to make me take her to the movies the next day.
That's some
I was like,
lesbian
oh no,
shit.
this isn't how. Right? And I was like, oh, now I see what niggas got to deal with. Holy shit. Like,
Yeah.
so I guess,
Why was she in your bed naked?
bitch, my point. Why? Why did you get undressed?
I would never do
It was
that.
supposed to be a sleepover. Like, hey girl, come over.
That
And then
sounds
we
like a
got-
porn.
I don't know. I guess it's weird too. So for me, I feel like I identify as queer, but when I deal with women, I genuinely only want to deal with women, but only for like that very short stint. I don't know if I can see myself with a woman. And then men often, because they know I like women, automatically go to thinking it's a threesome vibe.
Right.
So I do want to ask, have you ever been with men? And if so, is there ever an urge to bring a man into the bedroom with lesbian sex ever?
I have been just the one time
Okay.
with a man, but I
Didn't you get
Don't.
pregnant?
Is
yeah.
this
It's a
supposed
fucking after school special.
So you fucked a guy once
Yeah.
and got pregnant.
Yeah.
How old were you?
18.
Damn.
The best time to get pregnant.
See, that's why you stopped dealing
Wait,
with niggas.
yeah.
'Cause
So what
I don't
made
wanna
you
deal with this.
like? You knew you were gay the whole time, right?
I was extremely wrecked that night, and I wasn't I was 18 and I hadn't done a lot of I was did a bunch of shit that night. So
Damn.
Yeah.
You got pregnant on your first fucking try. You know what? That really shows you steer clear.
what is wrong with you?
I'm just saying. That was
what?
like God being like, "No, you're gay, bitch. I'm gonna keep doing this shit." That's to me, bro.
Well, I
one of my
can't.
friends, gay,
yeah.
fucked a dude once, literally got chlamydia.
Oh my
Fucked
god.
a dude 10 years later, got pregnant.
Oh my
So
god.
here's a question. I'm so glad you brought this up. It was asked in our DMs.
Yeah.
And I'm actually curious. So again, dealing with men, I hate that we're even really attaching STDs to just men.
Yeah.
What are the possibilities of catching STDs in lesbian sex?
Yeah.
And how does that come about? I'm of course exchanging of fluids, but
Right.
what are the STDs that are common with lesbians?
Oh wow. I'm asking you like you would know.
What'd you have, bitch?
I just keep
Have you known any friends to get STDs from women? Women on women?
I don't. I'm positive that has to happen.
Right,
though.
and that's what I'm saying. I don't
but
really know.
Don't. And also that's the thing too because you're talking about wanting to just fuck and then not.
Well, yeah, there's that, and so even just the idea of course, if we're fucking with men, there's the plan B. There's all these contraceptives
Like
to keep you from
condoms and
being
things like
pregnant
that, too.
and
Yeah,
condoms.
yeah.
So with women, what are the ways to have safe sex as a woman so that you're not contracting STDs?
Have you ever had safe sex as a woman?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I know there's dental dams, but where do you even buy those shit?
Actually, I've seen
I feel
some.
like they only give it to us in school to say, hey, these things exist.
One time in a
but I don't-
college class, someone gave me
That's
one.
it. And
I was like,
Really?
this
I
is
don't know where
hilarious.
else to buy
Yeah.
dental dams from. But
Yeah.
does anyone, and you're licking plastic, right? Like saran wrap? Like,
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a tongue guard. There's finger gloves.
Have you used any of these?
I've used finger
No,
condoms
but
before.
I also have this fucking show, so I
Oh,
feel
You've
like
used
I
finger
have to
condoms
research.
before?
Yeah.
I've used finger condoms before. That's the
Are
only.
you serious?
Yes.
For what?
To play with the booty hole.
You've put finger condoms on.
Yes, especially with my acrylic. Like it helps when.
You have them in your home?
No, but I've had them before.
Where'd you get them?
I think for free. Like I only get they pass them out, but
I'm
I've had.
sorry, you got finger condoms.
Yes, and I used it.
Like what?
I
on
was
the-
curious.
On the 6 train?
Thank you. No, I didn't get no goddamn condoms on the 6 train. Ho, I was probably. I have so many condoms at the house, but I had one of like I got finger condoms. Don't. And I tried, and I was like, oh, but
Have
like,
you used it?
Yeah.
see, look, we got other people using finger condoms. Don't finger condom
Why,
shame me.
Marcus, I'm curious to know, why have you used it?
Because they were passing it out. I'm like, what
They-
is this? I want to try it.
I wanted to try it, and it helped because I was like he was scared of my acrylic, and I was like, I got you.
Was it dusty when you took it out?
No, it's bro, it's lubed like they're condoms for a finger.
Like shit on it. I mean, that's why I meant dusty.
You said dusty.
What?
Shitty.
Yeah.
First off, I don't deal with no dusty shit. Now let me stop. My
Listen,
niggas
I
not
don't think you
dusty.
can help it.
Was he on Metamucil?
Okay.
So yeah, I'm mad because I just thought I had some really great questions, and apparently none of us know shit about lesbians. While y'all be out here eating pussy, you got a whole ass girlfriend, you got a whole ass girlfriend, and we can't talk about goddamn STDs for lesbian sex.
No, I think it's good to talk about it.
But y'all just don't know.
I
I had some good lesbian questions, and here I
Did you
go.
hear me say
out
that
the
I
window.
use pussy on my fucking
Oh,
period?
Oh, so that is a good thing. So and it's on the train where they're now even including women in the narrative of PrEP. But I guess that's also I would like to talk about that specifically because we also view HIV as a gay man disease, which I don't think is right. But there's ways.
It's a disease transmitted through blood.
But there's ways of contracting, especially if you're eating bloody pussies. I would assume that like you could
Damn, yo.
really get HIV from like eating period blood.
Yeah.
You'd be right in there. Book 2. How to deal, self-help.
I mean, I just want to know. So with lesbians, is that something to where you guys even have the conversation of getting tested together and stuff? Because it seems like you don't really know of STDs really, and women don't often have safe sex.
Right.
So is it a conversation in a lesbian relationship to even talk about that? In hetero relationships, of course, you clean. Like it's a
Yeah.
common question. The same, of course, with gay men.
Yeah.
But is that not a conversation with lesbians?
It's not a conversation I've had too often. To be fair, I'm not a relationship person.
so when you're just fucking,
Yeah.
it's not like you're using anything. Like, has anyone ever asked you that? Like, have
No.
you- Really?
See, so lesbians
be
are really
honest,
unsafe as fuck.
A girl's never asked me that either.
That's what I'm saying. These conversations, I think, still should be had, even with women on women.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree.
It's
'Cause
crazy.
you
That's
could
not.
have been. Damn.
Especially because some women, especially like ones like I still dip and dabble with
Yo,
men
to
as
be
well.
totally honest, I've never asked a girl.
Right, which is
But
crazy.
every guy I fuck, I'm always like,
Like he tested, right? But women can also carry things, and if you're eating blood and shit, like y'all should really be testing
Well,
shit out.
I mean, I definitely go and do that, but I've never asked a woman.
Yeah,
if she
I
does.
think it's the
Yeah.
same way that we want to hold
do a
men
smell check?
accountable. I think it should be a thing with lesbian sex.
do you smell check?
Smell check.
Smell check? How do we get here?
I'm just curious. I'm saying, like, that's normally what niggas do. They be like, she smell alright, she smells clean.
Oh my god.
So I mean, not all STDs carry vaginal
I know.
smells and
But
all
now
that
I
stuff.
really want to get into the smell test.
Oh,
Have you smell tested?
smell test. Well, no. I mean, I like how pussy smells.
Me too. Describe the smell of pussy.
Oh,
We
well, I
did
think
this
it's
on a live show. What is
We
the
did.
smell?
Well,
no
it's-
one can get a consistent
Well,
answer.
it's different. I think because everybody's bodies are different. It's like different, like
I
according
feel bad. This guy at our live show said it smelled like salmon next to his bitch.
Oh shit.
First
He said it with the L.
He said it with the L, which is why I just said it like that. And while
That
his
is
girlfriend was
fucking
right
rough.
next to him, and we were like, "Oh, but honey, it shouldn't smell like."
Why did I try to give him a pass? Because he was talking about how he was Dominican. I was like, it's the language barrier.
Use the situation.
I felt so bad because Mandii wouldn't shut up about the L. I was like, he's, you know.
I will not date a guy who
Pero-
says salmon like Solomon. I also will not date a guy who orders his steak. Hard, what is it? Nah, I said hard, bitch.
Medium-
Well done.
Well done.
Well
no,
done.
we can't date anymore. We can't date anymore.
It is. It's like, just don't make it a fucking cliche. You know they're going to talk about us when they go to the back. And they be like, that table over there? Oh, all well done. No. No.
Or chicken fried hard. That's another one. Sir? I'm sorry. Yeah.
Chicken fried hard.
You ain't never heard the chicken fried hard? You know what I'm talking about. You know chicken fried hard, right?
I would like
When
to
they
say
fry
this.
it, they like double fry the chicken. It's like, yeah, I hate that shit.
I don't know what type of niggas you hang with.
First off, you just
Let me get the chicken fried hard. Oh, no.
they do.
Sorry.
Niggas be asking for their chicken fried hard.
So you like the smell of pussy. Have you ever had a pussy
niggas-
smell that you were just like, you had to dodge and bob and weave the puss?
If I didn't like how it smelled, then I'm just not gonna.
Have you ever had to
That's
tell
it.
someone?
Simple.
No, I wouldn't tell someone.
Bro, this is a conversation to have.
Yeah.
What?
You just said you wouldn't tell someone if their pussy smelled.
No, I would not do that.
Why?
Well, because there's also a thing too where it's like sometimes maybe you're out like walking around all day and you're just sweaty and it's a whole situation. But like,
But if it's a whole situation, be like, sis, you had a whole situation today?
well, it's like
It smells
if it was
like a
somebody,
situation.
if I was in a relationship with somebody, but like I've been in like 2. I'm not like in
How are
relationships
you
with
this
people.
fucking far into your 30s, bitch, and only had 2 girlfriends? Do you really just like casual
but you've
pussy
had
that
casual
much?
pussy, right? So
Yeah.
with all the casual pussy, you still haven't. If there was a stench, you don't know how to have that conversation. Where
No,
like,
I don't think I would tell that to a woman because I also people take that like very serious. Like it would fuck somebody up. I think
It would.
Yeah,
But also, she's going to fuck up someone's fucking clothes and hands the next time she fucks them. So, shouldn't we, as women, make it our fucking duty to tell you
that's
your
not
pussy
my
smells
fucking
like
job.
duty?
That is not my job.
I mean, if you're putting your whole ass face down there, it should
Yeah.
be kind of a job to let someone know because I can't fit my head down there.
I've never had complaints.
also, to be
in the
fair,
order
I've
department, but-
never gone down on someone where it's been like I can't do
Pungent?
this. No, it's never
Okay.
been like something horrible.
Well, you've been lucky.
Y'all like my vocabulary?
Because I
this
feel like
episode?
so many times we've had men talk about the stench, but I also
Okay,
want to
but
say this
also
one
what does
thing.
that mean
What
then?
do men think pussy smells like?
Yeah.
Is a little musk to a man like, whoa? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like maybe men have way higher expectation of
Also,
what.
I like if something like has a strong smell. Like I like that shit.
I like pussy smell.
Yeah.
Like I don't like water smelling pussy. That shit's kind of weird for me.
There's really no if
By
a
water
pussy,
smelling pussy, I mean no smell. Like
I like after I eat somebody out or like finger somebody to be like smell it on me afterwards. I love that.
me too.
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
But she got on me because I said that on Vice and you had a problem.
You said it's in my hair. I don't.
I did.
You know what it was? I think it wasn't that you said it. It's just that we were on TV.
I did say it on TV. Because I had sucked dick before we went there, and I still smelled him in my hair, and it just smelled good. Bitch, fuck you.
That was a lot.
You're being real judgy.
Pussy eating tips. Megan Thee Stallion has said recently, "He licking my pussy too hard. That shit's aggravating." I would like to talk about the do's and don'ts of pussy eating.
Yeah. I would say like the best tip about it because everybody likes different shit. Like some people like you to really go to town on them,
And some people don't even
and
like
some
head.
people don't. Some people don't
Hello.
like that shit. And some people also maybe barely like you to touch them, or some people want you to touch their clit directly, and some people don't like that.
I don't like my clit touched directly.
Yeah, see, some people don't like that. So it's really like every single time I feel like I've ever gone down on someone, it's like let's figure out what.
Well,
it
not only
is.
that,
Yeah.
I think there should be a conversation there because even so, for me, I guess I just really like penetration. So even when a guy, and some guys just enjoy giving head. So if you really want to eat my pussy, I'll let you. But even while you're down there, like I need you to finger me.
Right.
And there's been so many women that say they don't like fingers in them at all. So it's like definitely a conversation to where if you do have someone down there, let him know if he's hurting you or she. Sorry, I'm bringing this back hetero, but let them know.
It's good to
if
be vocal
you
about
have
like
to be vocal.
I don't like this or do this instead maybe or something
Oh,
like
I'm
that.
I think
Put your
being
fingers in
vocal
it. I asked for
during pussy
fingers.
eating is a big deal, and a lot of people will complain about it. And I'm like, why not? Just make it like a sexy thing of have someone like walk you through what they like.
If you tell somebody what you like, then they can do that again for you the
Say
next
that
time.
shit.
I
Yeah.
know. Now, do you ask when you're putting your fingers inside of women?
I don't, but if somebody told me that they didn't like it or not to do that, then I just wouldn't do that.
What do you think is a common mistake with pussy eating, or something that like generally you're like, what the fuck?
People are too rough. I was like with this woman this one time, and she. The next day, I was like, I feel like I rode a horse for like 12 hours. I was like, this is
Shit.
horrible.
From her mouth?
No, from like, because, you know, like a lot of times people are eating you out and like fingering you at the same time. But I was just like, what has gone on in your life that you are like punching me in the crotch?
She likes
right now?
fisting people too.
I don't
I just-
like it.
I'm
A
just
lot
saying.
of people love fisting.
Just saying.
Have you fisted?
I have done that for people. I don't want that for me.
I don't want to fist either. So
Yeah.
this is how it
I don't
happened.
either.
I want to say this one more time so we can get over this.
Because I did just bring this up. I did just bring this
Let
up
me
in the
look at
Shan
them.
episode. I just want real quick.
I said
She be lying.
she asked me for 3 and then 4 and then she said put all of it, and so then I took the other finger, and I didn't say I punched the pussy.
That's still a fist,
I just
bro.
put all of the fingers in there and went like this.
Sounds like a fist to me.
Is that a fist?
Yes, it's the hand. Okay, you're handing then.
I feel like a fist includes the knuckles.
Look, was it I think it was her pussy juices.
To my knowledge, is you insert like this and then you make a fist.
I didn't make a fist.
60% of your hand.
You get it in.
60% of your hand. 60% of your hand. What designates it? So it didn't. Look, bro, I ain't
playing
fist
with
the bitch.
y'all.
No,
This much.
when you fisted, has it freaked you out?
No. No. I mean, I'm not going to do anything I don't want to do.
Have you used spit or lube for a fist?
Oh, I would use like lube. Yeah.
Okay, so then it really wasn't a fist because we didn't have to get the lube out. Now, how deep was your hand? Can you show me?
Oh my God.
Show me that shit.
I mean, like, I guess more than 60%. If we're doing the math correctly, more than 60%.
I feel like so out the loop with all this conversation. This whole episode, I felt kind of out the loop, bro.
Well, how do you fuck women?
Bitch, I be eating a pussy. The fuck else?
How could you feel out the loop when you fuck girls?
Because first off, the last time I didn't even remember I did it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
So there's one. And I don't do it as often. You know, I just be fucking my friends and it be like drunk nights. Oh, bitch, we fuck.
Yeah.
I don't like go out and I don't meet women. I don't really approach women. Like, so all the girls I be fucking be my friends. I don't like go out and meet girls and be like, ooh, let's hang out. And
Now,
so I don't know.
it just made me think. I had a conversation with a girl in my DM. Oh, no, I didn't have a conversation, but she wrote me and she said, Weezy, please help me. I'm about to have lesbian sex for the first time. Like, what do I do?
Little baby gay.
Do you like fucking the baby gays?
Well, sure.
The baby gays?
Really? This is some gay shit. Like, what do you think is good for a girl fucking the first time, and advice for a woman that wants to have sex with a girl for the first time but doesn't really know what to do?
Things are going to probably be awkward, and it's okay
Super.
to like for things to be like awkward and just.
I
kind
think you
of
should
go
dry
with it.
hump. Like when you was kids and you play house. That's how you start. With the dry grinding. With the clothes on first. And then you slowly take the clothes off. And kiss. A whole lot of kissing. Because niggas don't be kissing, so this is your
This is
time to be
also
sensual.
porn. Yes.
So Mandii, just some background. Mandii loves storylines.
I do. I mean,
And I feel like this is why all of the fucking shit, she's like, you do the clothes off, then you kiss.
I'm finna write a book, bruh. I'm gonna do porn scenes.
Yes.
And like all the different types. I told you I be liking when they just be playing video games and then it turns into something
This is
more.
the second time this
She's
bitch
gonna
has-
write
do.
erotica.
I know.
Yeah.
Holla. Would y'all listen to that shit? Let me know. Drop a comment.
What's the nastiest scene in your book?
The nastiest scene in my book.
Because wait, is this like a erotic, like a Zane book, or is it like a how-to book? Like,
No,
yeah,
it's,
what
it's
is
a
it about?
novel, and the book itself, I wanted to be a very queer book, but I didn't want it to be a kind of coming out book. I just wanted to be about a woman who happens to be gay. And so, like, sex happens in the book because, people fuck.
Facts.
Yeah. So
Do you get really detailed?
I don't get too detailed.
You got to, girl.
But you told me about
You use
someone that
adjectives?
called you for like
Try and
the...
get like a lot of hardcore lesbian sex on the New York
Yes.
Times bestseller
Oh,
list.
you're right. You're right.
What's people's
Okay, I got it.
favorite sex scene?
In the book, which one?
Against the truck, I think that's.
Against the truck.
Yeah, outside of a bar, like out on the street. aside
How'd they
from the-
fuck?
Like just kind of fingering someone through their jeans.
You're not making this sound sexy.
I'm talking
We
about
want
my
people-
literature.
We want we want people to be wet at their desks right now, thinking about
yeah, well,
you
I
know,
mean, that's,
fucking by
'cause
their
that's
trucks.
a thing, right? Like it's a thing. Like you get out of a bar, you're kind of drunk and you're horny, and you're like getting in the car to go, and then maybe you would fuck against a car. Like that's a thing everybody
it's
likes to do.
definitely happened.
Yeah.
I fucked at a TGI Fridays parking lot.
I fucked a girl against the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did that happen? Can you make it sexy for us? Tell us how your fucking against the truck went.
It was Miami Memorial Weekend, which already makes it not sexy. Also, the car was neither of ours, but it also hit us.
That
from
brings the excitement.
It also hit us from the other side of the street.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her name though, but
Oh yeah, I ate a girl's pussy out in the bathroom at Jerry's when Jerry's used to be on the beach. coming out of what club was that?
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Just yeah. I be liking pussy when I'm drunk. She was at the table. She was cute, and we went to get eggs and shit after the club.
And you were like,
and
let me get some legs.
We went and used the bathroom together, and
What's up with you in the bathroom thing?
I don't know. I haven't fucked in a bathroom. I talked about fucking in a bathroom.
You
No,
just said that you ate your friend out in the bathroom.
oh, but that was in a house. This was a.
Fuck, bitch. Was a toilet there?
No.
Sounds the same.
Are you coming for me right now?
Yes. You also had sex on a strip club floor.
I did. That
Holy
was fun though.
shit.
That was fucking fun. So this is what happened.
I
Right?
had sex with a stripper in the strip club.
Okay, that
In
beat
the
me.
strip club.
That
Yes.
beat me. Wait, did you pay for it?
No.
You win. You win.
She was like, "Taught me, mommy."
It was in Ybor. Yeah.
Ybor City?
Yeah.
Oh, them strippers be having gunshot wounds and shit.
Wait, have you? When you fucked the stripper in the strip club, did you ever met her before or nothing like that? Was she gay?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of strippers are gay.
She like being watched.
Huh?
She like being watched.
Where were you? Did you
No,
go?
she took me in a room.
Shut up.
And then she's like, my real name's Jamie.
Oh, she wanted you to know her real name. She was connected
liked
to you.
you.
She was connected to you. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get into our home health segment.
My
Or do you
real
have any
name
more
too.
gay shit to ask?
Oh, I wanted to ask the weirdest place you've ever had sex.
The weirdest place I've ever had sex? Oh, God. Oh, wait, yeah. Michael's Craft Store.
Wait, what?
And I was with an employee from Michael's Crafts that I met that day in the Michael's Crafts.
Wait.
And then
They
she
say
gave
gay
me...
men be about that action.
And then she gave me her employee discount.
That means you did good. You did your goddamn thing
And
with
then
that
the
mouth.
next time I went into that Michael's to get like some craft shit, they were like, "Oh, aren't you so and so's girlfriend?" I was like, "Oh shit, I can't come back to this Michael's anymore."
What'd you buy?
What didn't I buy? I bought a bunch of
I
like.
know you did with that
Once you-
discount.
Yeah.
How much was it?
It was a good discount. I was like, "Oh shit, this is Michael's discount."
Where'd you guys find? Where'd you guys find?
In like the back towards like the yarn.
Not towards the yarn.
That is really white.
She fucked towards the yarn.
If it was like towards the scrapbook, I'd be like, okay, that's like
The scrapbook. That's too up front. That's too up
Say
front. of the
that
store.
shit. You don't know the layout of fucking Michael's.
You don't
bitch.
know how the Michael's is.
You know, bitch, by the yarn.
Yeah.
In the back.
That was after. That was actually. I took a woman on a date to the Olive Garden that was next door to the Michaels, and the date, like, I made out with that woman in the parking lot, and I was drunk from drinking at the Olive Garden, so I walked into Michaels, and then I fucked that woman.
Wait.
This is
The employee you met while you were shopping.
Yes.
And then you guys fucked.
Yes.
this was after a date with another
Yo,
woman who
you
you
are
made
a
out with.
hoe, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
What, have you ever said the weirdest place you've ever fucked? She beats me up. Michael's.
Michael's Craft Store.
No, that's pretty good.
What's yours?
I can't even think. Okay,
Mine was probably just the strip club
that's pretty bad.
on the floor in Tootsie's.
Oh my God.
Weirdest place I've ever had sex. When I was fucking Loverboy in Italy, we fucked in this alley, and it was by water, and it was like really beautiful.
And a boat came by.
And then the boat came, so that was pretty bad. Yeah, and I was
got it.
sucking that dick when the boat came. So it was almost like a show at that point because they couldn't see my face, and I was like fucking. And I was like, the sound
You
will
really
bounce
be making
again.
these noises, man. What are
right?
these fucking noises?
I don't know.
What do you
I
mean?
have a really bad gag reflex. Some men love it, some men don't. Beard Babe does not like
It
it.
sounds like you're gonna die.
But most guys feel like, it's just an
like
ego
their
thing.
dick is big. Oh my god.
They do.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna get into our home mail.
No, not that one. We're
no?
gonna read the queer one for Kristen's. That's
That's a girl asking to come on.
yeah, but she did have a question.
Oh, is there a question?
Well, damn. We can answer it when she come on. No.
She's not coming on.
Oh,
she?
you see, if you don't come on, bitch, it's Weezy fault.
I mean,
I wanted her to come on. It's cool. It's your bad. You look like the
all
bad guy now.
right. Maybe she'll come on. Maybe she won't. Let me read it. Huge fan of the show. Listening for a year. You guys have covered a bunch of topics related to sex, health, and relationships, but there's one thing you haven't dived into, which is asexuality. A lot of shame around women not having too much sex or not really wanting it. But what about women that don't desire sex at all? Recently, I've come to terms with being on the asexuality spectrum, and I've had a hard time speaking to people because there's not much discussion around it. Being black, queer, mask-presenting woman on top of this as added a layer that's proven to be a bit of a roller coaster, especially since I've had sex with a handful of people, men and women. Navigating relationships is tricky. I would love to speak to you guys or come on the podcast about it since I think it would generate blah, blah, blah. here's what I want to talk about. Asexuality, feeling weird and shame about that. A close friend of ours, mutual friend, name starts with a K, has recently discussed that he may think he's asexual. I want to know how both of you would feel if you met someone and got interested in them with their asexuality, if you feel like that's like a total no.
Duh.
Well, how would you work around it if you still
We're not
want
talking anymore. Bro, the nigga I'm talking to now thinks it's insane that I want to go to a sex club. Like, no, like even dealing with someone who's vanilla has become a challenge for me. I like sex too much.
Yeah.
So I would date someone with the pretense that I can
you
fuck
get to fuck other people.
Right.
So,
But I would keep someone in my life if I really liked them, though.
I think that's a question.
so we can
to,
be friends.
It's a question to ask. Like, okay, then to like also what level of comfort of intimacy, or I hate that I just said that. That are they comfortable with it? Does that mean they don't like kissing? Does that mean they don't like any kind of touching in kind of ways? I think it is too like a person to person thing. If it's somebody I really liked, then I would want to maybe be around them. But I also would want to be honest up front about my specific needs. I am a person that
Right.
likes to have a lot of sex.
I like a lot of sex.
So it'd be like, okay,
like rounds too. There's no way.
What does it look like to you for us to be together? Does it mean that like I can have sex with other people? Because that's something that would be like really necessary for me. And if it wouldn't be okay with them, then that's not going to be something that's compatible. But that's like
Agreed.
you have to have a whole ass conversation about it, I think.
So an interesting thing from the mutual friend. Now, he's not, I don't know if he is asexual, but he brought up that he might be.
Sure.
He masturbates. And I found that was interesting because I guess we kind of all assume if someone isn't fucking or doesn't like fucking, like they're not getting pleasure. So like he masturbates, he's just not finding interest in intimacy with other people. Have you guys
Right.
ever known anybody like that?
I mean, I know that there are people who are like that. I can't. I think I have another friend who is like that as well.
I met an asexual person at the Girl Mob when I did it last year. It was a panel I spoke on, and she walked up, and that was her issue, is that she was asexual. And I think her parents, every time she went around her family, they asked about babies and all this stuff. And so she did actually, and I never got her contact. I think I was drunk that day too. But she's the only person I've met who's openly known for herself that she was. All my friends are hoes, so bitch, no, I don't know anyone personally.
Yeah.
We like sex. Like everyone that I know likes sex.
I also think that's a hard thing for people to say, because there's this idea of like, okay, if I tell people I'm asexual, and then what if that feels like it changes? Like maybe someday I do want to do something else. Like that's a difficult, and it's also like, right, what does it mean? And a lot of people don't have an understanding about it, so it would be hard for people
wonder
probably
if
to tell about it.
I'm gonna look. I wonder if there's a dating app for that shit.
There's gotta be.
There gotta be, right?
I had a friend of mine that didn't have sex for 7 years. You know who I'm talking about?
No. Oh.
He didn't have sex for 7 years. And
But that was purposeful? Like that was his choice that he didn't want to?
yeah, I think he was just like, it just didn't happen. And then after a while, I felt like I was
Right.
asexual. And then I was like, well, do you want to? And he was like, I guess I could. And then finally I was like, well, we can use some puss. And we did. But wasn't me. But I remember like after that, it kind of jump started that. And he was talking about, and he's like, after a while, you literally forget about it. And I think with asexual people, it's just they learn to like feel intimate and feel pleasure from other things, to where like that.
And it's totally legitimate that people would be asexual and just not want to have that kind of intimacy with other people. Right?
I would date somebody who's asexual if I could, on the premise that I could fuck other people. Like I would.
Well, yeah, because you're an emotional person. So if this is someone where you only have that emotional connection to, and you're still able to get your rocks off by someone else,
Yeah.
sure.
It's like, well, what are you getting out of any relationship? Like friendships give you a kind of intimacy for sure.
I did look it up. If any of you guys do feel like you may be asexual, there are dating apps. Asexualytic, Asexual Match, Asexual Cupid.
Damn.
And they actually celibate passions. And they actually they celibate passions, and they also actually say the number one site for asexuals, ironically, is Match.com, and that is because it is one of the world's best dating sites, but it's one of the best sites for not only finding lovers, but you can find friendships, companionships, and no strings attached romance.
Right. You're finding like levels of
So you're
compatibility.
finding levels of compatibility using Match.com.
Yeah.
So that would also be a good one for asexuals.
Okay.
You know
So,
what I mean?
I didn't mean that she wouldn't come on. I just meant not today.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, clean that up.
I do want to talk about the asexuality spectrum because, like you mentioned, what level of intimacy?
I think that's a conversation you have with any person that you're fucking around with or deciding you want to have a relationship with. That's just like a broader conversation about like what do you want?
I watched a documentary
Yeah.
where two people, I think it was like 3 couples.
I do not.
I be forgetting this a lesbian episode. My bad.
Wait, before we go, I do want to ask,
Yeah.
how do you feel when men say they could turn you out or they could change you?
I hate that shit. So guys don't usually do that to me. Like they don't come up to me and are saying things like that to me, but they'll do that sometimes if I'm like with somebody, like making out at a bar, doing something like that.
I don't know if y'all saw the couple in UK that
I
was
did,
just
yeah.
so a couple in UK, for you guys that don't know, they were riding a train after a night out with each other, and I guess they must have kissed or something. Even in the narrative, they're not sure how it ended that way, but basically these guys started heckling them, asking them to kiss because they were aroused by the 2 women kissing, to where they even started throwing coins at them. And then at one point, one of the women did get up to confront them, and it turned into where she got beat up by 3 guys, and then they beat up the other couple as well. So they posted a picture of their bloody faces online and let them know like that this is also something, the homophobic slurs and things that were geared towards them, and it actually brought light to this, and I liked it because I think when we talk about homophobia, it automatically goes to gay men, because they feel like women aren't really gay, and a lot of men are aroused by it, so they're not looked at the same. So I'm glad that they did bring light that lesbians also do,
Yeah.
face homophobia and also get, kind of for things thrown at them.
When we were in
light.
Panama, the security guard of the hotel, and I didn't tell her this, but she was kissing and touching me a lot. We were on vacation, right?
Yeah.
And the guy at the hotel was like, you shouldn't hold hands in the Uber. And he was like, just keep it safe. And I was like, damn. And he was like, no disrespect. But I mean, I get it. Like, he didn't know how else to say it. He didn't want to be rude. He just was like, fuck, how do I help these girls?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was kind of,
Yeah.
we felt uncomfortable for sure.
Yeah.
Well, there's also this thing too where it's like there's this idea that you're performing for people.
I hate that. Like, guys have literally, once you say you like girls, or like, that's been my curve line, which doesn't work anymore. If I'm with my homegirl, like, and a guy is trying to talk to me that I don't really want to talk to, I'm like, oh, well, this is my girlfriend. And so many times guys have been like, well, let me see y'all kiss then. Like, on some prove it type shit. And it's like, it's really corny. I think,
worst.
yeah, it's really bad. So yeah, but
Have you had
guys
that happen
do
to
do
you? Where someone's asked you to prove it?
Not that they've asked me to prove it, but I've definitely been in lots of
Girl,
situations.
she be cutting the sleeves off her t-shirts.
Yeah.
She
I mean,
ain't
but if
You just
I-
look gayer than us.
Yeah.
She ain't gotta prove shit, bitch.
I don't have to do that, but like, there's been lots of times where if I'm with a woman and we're being like, if we're kissing or doing something like that, that men will insert themselves
Especially
into
when your sleeves are on, huh? No, I'm just
They're like, oh, this is a dainty bitch.
no.
I see her t-shirt sleeves are full length.
No. But no, for our listeners, I'm sure we hope that all of you guys have enjoyed this episode and learned some tips maybe about eating pussy, maybe just mad gay shit apparently, and I kept trying to make it hetero as fuck. I'm sorry. But where can our listeners find you? Where can they get your book?
Yeah.
The name of your book. Drop all your little.
Yeah.
She dropped your accolades, but where can people go ahead and support
Yeah,
you?
the book is called Mostly Dead Things, and you can buy it anywhere online. Although they're sold out on Amazon right now.
Oh, say
even.
that shit.
Yeah.
Humble flex.
Humble flex on us. I do want to mention that you can possibly watch the show, the movie, whatever, on TV one day.
Yeah.
We cannot wait
Yeah.
for that to happen.
Yes.
Can you make sure I'm casted?
Look, she
I want to be the girl that gets fucked in the truck.
Look, she's aiming to be on TV too. So now, scripted, whatever you need, she's your girl.
Like, unscripted is what I'm being shopped for by people like agencies and shit. But I would like to do a script. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know me. We both hoes. I feel like I can. And also, bitch, you better have a black girl in it. So hello.
Yeah.
Actually, we're not trying to see what. No, I'm just.
I'll put my puss on TV for you.
I'm about to be petty, but I ain't gonna be petty.
So it's sold on Amazon. So basically, we're fucked.
No, you can order it in like it's actually I'm gonna do like here in New York. I'm gonna go around to a bunch of different bookstores. So I'm gonna be at Strand.
You going to the? That's my favorite bookstore. You going to Blue Stockings?
Yeah, I'm going to all the different.
That's right by
places.
my place.
Yeah.
That's my shit, yo.
I'm gonna be Sign in Stock, and there's there's definitely like it's good to go buy it at indie bookstores because the authors make more money if you go to indie bookstores.
Nice.
And so do the publishers.
Okay.
And the bookstores are, it's much
So
better.
Blue Stockings are the very pro-queer, pro-black. They got their Black Lives Matter shit and all the gay flags up there.
Yeah.
It's in the Lower East Side on Allen and Stanton. And what I love about this bookstore is they have signs that say, please don't steal from us. Go to the chain down the street if you can't afford it.
For real, though. Yes, do it.
That's cute.
Yeah, it is cute.
So, do you have a social media handle?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter being dumb all the time.
Same,
You can find
sis.
me.
You have really good tweets.
Thank you so much.
That you seem like a comedian in your tweets.
That's basically what I'm trying to do is stand up. I feel like all the time. It's at Kristen_Arnett. But
Holla, you're our second white Kristen here.
yeah.
we had the Kristen
yeah.
which is what, 7?
And she's an author too. Shit.
Have we had two of the same black girl names? Like,
Have we? No.
damn,
Because we get creative with our names. But guys, if you guys want to follow
well,
Kristen and support
got a
her,
black name, Kayla. You don't know that?
no.
All my friends that are named Kayla were black
Okay.
or
kinda.
Latina.
Nah.
Is it not? Is Kayla a white name?
I've seen many white.
Oh, he said many whites.
Yo, I want y'all to tweet us and tell us, Kayla, black Kayla or white Kayla?
Yo, shut the fuck up. No,
That's it.
you say doing some dumb
I love
shit.
a
I
poll,
can't say it. She do be liking polls.
I be voting on my own and my favorites.
For any of you guys who are interested in reading Kristen's book, following her comedic tweets apparently, and just more so supporting a woman who is out here doing the goddamn thing. We will be putting all of her information in the description to this episode. And of course, if you guys go to our @horrible_decisions page on Instagram, you'll see our lovely picture and we will also put her information there. Once again, before we get out of here, we do want to thank all of our patrons, all of you YouTube people watching us, even though we ain't never gonna get money from YouTube because we talk too nasty. It says not monetary, like we can't get fucking money from y'all hoes. But the hoes. But thanks for watching on YouTube. And again, for our patrons, without you guys, we wouldn't be where we are today. So we want to thank you. And if you guys are all cut up with all of our fucking episodes, there's another 40 episodes on Patreon. Every month we drop 3 bonus episodes. Weezy does her little Weezy wines. You get a little bit more in depth of what is going on with us. And it's things that we only post specifically to
We're
the Patreon
almost
community.
at 1,000 patrons, by the way. And once we get there,
Yeah, don't say nothing shit, but you be talking shit, and I be like, no, I don't want to do that. So
No, we're
okay.
gonna be offering more merch options once we get to 1,000
I'm cool with that.
patrons.
Because she'll be like, then we're gonna bring you another episode, and I'll be like, God damn, bitch, I already see you enough.
No.
We dropped
you get
7 a
3
month
episodes
already.
for $5, bro. That shit is a lot more than other Patreon platforms offer. But
Yeah,
no,
That seems like a lot.
3.
It is a lot.
Bitch, I gotta see her a
Dude,
whole lot.
We have to fucking come in.
Fuck.
It's a lot of work. But now that we are both self-employed,
We are.
we will
I
have
quit
more
my
time to bring you
job.
more content and at least do those episodes together. We have like really worked hard the last 2 years curating this podcast and just even trying to make time to get in here. People would think like if we couldn't do an episode together, like they're fighting. Sometimes we were, but seriously though, like it was very hard to make shit work and put out content. So we're excited.
But we didn't even invest in. We both got mics at our house now, so I'll be like, bitch, record one by yourself, ho. Get a friend to come over. Y'all do that shit.
No, we should be doing them together, Mandii, because we have more time.
Bitch, I'm staying my ass in the Bronx. No, we're not doing 10 episodes a day.
No, we're gonna. You come long distance to me sometime. I'll come
Absolutely
long
not. You're not coming to the Bronx, but you don't go above 42nd Street.
14th.
See?
But I
Ew.
But I'll
anyways, but I want to again shout out to our patrons. That link will also be in the description. So it is 18 plus because of sucking dick. But it's Patreon
or fisting pussy.
or fisting pussies or eating blood. So it's patreon.com/horrible decisions. Again, thank you guys for supporting us. At the end of this episode, you are going to hear a 5-minute clip from one of our bonus episodes. So as we always end it on a motherfucking Monday, this has been yet another episode of Horrible Decisions.
Bye.
Bye.